Well, what if it's an airplane and it's going zoom, and it's
You gotta ask your wife.
Be a good 6-man off the bench, yeah.
Sweetie, I'm going back to school.
Taylor Swift might already be married to Travis Kelce, and the proof has reportedly been hiding in plain sight this entire time. While the whole world counts down to a July wedding at the most famous arena on Earth, a growing wave of fans is convinced the couple quietly beat everyone to the punch and secretly tied the knot weeks ago. And once you hear the clues they have stitched together, it gets very hard to unsee. Here is what set the theory on fire. It reportedly started with fireworks. On the night of Saturday, June 6th, fireworks were reportedly spotted lighting up the sky directly over Taylor's private oceanfront estate in Watch Hill, Rhode Island. Now, fireworks alone are not unusual in summer, but to the internet's most dedicated detectives, fireworks over Taylor's most private property, the one place she retreats to escape the world, screamed celebration, and not just any celebration, a wedding. The kind of joyous, fireworks-worthy night you only throw for a once-in-a-lifetime moment. From there, the theory exploded, with fans diving into the date itself and pulling out the numerology. They noted that the digits of June 6, 2026, can be added together to land on the number 13. And if you know anything about Taylor Swift, you know 13 is her number, her lucky number, the number she has built her entire mythology around. To the believers, that was not a coincidence. That was a signature. But the fireworks were only the beginning, because the second clue is the one that truly broke the internet. On a recent podcast appearance, a guest casually referred to Taylor as Travis's wife, not fiancé wife. And here is the part fans cannot stop replaying. Travis reportedly did not correct him. He let the word hang there in the air, completely unbothered, and simply moved on as if nothing unusual had been said.
You gotta ask your
Be a
wife.
good 6-man off the bench, yeah.
Sweetie, I'm going back to school.
To a fan base trained to read every flicker of body language, that single uncorrected word was a confession. Because think about it. A man weeks away from his wedding, who knows the entire planet is hanging on every syllable, hears his partner called his wife and does not flinch. He does not laugh it off. He does not say not yet. For the believers, that was the tell. The behavior of a man who already knows something the rest of us do not. And then there's the ring. Eagle-eyed fans have reportedly been studying Taylor's hands in every recent appearance, convinced that subtle shifts in her jewelry are telling a story of their own. The way she wears it, the band that appears alongside the famous engagement ring, the quiet confidence in how she carries her left hand now. To the theorists, a woman who is already married carries herself differently, and they swear they can see it. Every gesture, every wave to a crowd, every photo becomes another piece of evidence in a case the fans are building in real time. It is the ultimate Taylor Swift mystery. A puzzle she may have designed specifically to be solved, or specifically to never be solved at all. Now, in fairness, there is a real piece of counter-evidence that the skeptics keep pointing to. Because not long ago, at a major awards show, Taylor herself publicly referred to Travis as her fiancé. Not her husband, her fiancé.
This album probably also feels very happy and confident and free, because that's the way that I get to feel every single day of my life because of my fiancé, who's here tonight.
And to a lot of people, that one word settles the entire debate. If she were already married, why call him her fiancé on a stage in front of the world? But the believers have an answer for that too, and it is a clever one. They argue that calling him her fiancé is exactly what a couple would do if they had secretly married and wanted to protect that secret. They would keep up appearances so the real public wedding can still happen on their terms. In other words, the denial itself becomes proof. That is how deep this rabbit hole goes. Every clue points to yes, and even the evidence for no gets twisted back into a yes. So is it true? Honestly, nobody outside their inner circle knows. It may be nothing more than a beautiful, elaborate fan theory built from fireworks and a slip of the tongue. But the fact that it is even plausible tells you everything about how this couple operates, because they have made secrecy into an art form. So here is everything else swirling around this couple right now. Because the secret marriage theory is only one piece of a much larger puzzle. And the reason that theory holds any water at all comes down to just how locked down the real wedding has reportedly become. The ceremony is reportedly set for the 3rd of July at the iconic Madison Square Garden, in front of a crowd reportedly numbering more than 1,000 guests. And the choice is reportedly genius for one reason above all: privacy. The arena reportedly has no windows, meaning no outside lens can capture a single frame. It also reportedly offers underground tunnels so guests can arrive and leave without ever being exposed to street-level cameras.
July 4th, Sail 250, which is like the president's military parade in New York City. NBA Finals, World Cup, potentially Taylor Swift's wedding, all as overlapping events in New York City between June 11th and July 19th.
For a couple obsessed with secrecy, they reportedly found the perfect fortress hiding in the middle of the busiest city in America. And every guest reportedly has to sign an ironclad non-disclosure agreement before they are even given the date and location. That obsession with secrecy reportedly runs so deep that it has become a weapon. There is reportedly a theory, floated by people who follow these things closely, that Taylor has been deliberately feeding different stories to different people. She would tell one person a particular version of the plan just to see if it leaks. If that version shows up in the press, she reportedly knows exactly who the leak is. It would mean the very venue everyone is reporting could itself be part of a trap, a way to flush out whoever has been talking. And it fits perfectly with the larger pattern, because the earlier rumored June wedding in Rhode Island has reportedly fallen apart entirely. The venue itself reportedly denied the story, and another wedding was reportedly booked there that very day. To the believers, that collapsed Rhode Island date was never real at all. It was a decoy designed to burn out in the press while the real plan stayed protected. There are reportedly no mailed invitations going out either, with the couple instead reportedly reaching out to guests directly by phone and text, telling them to keep their summer schedules open. They have reportedly even invited a surprising number of non-famous people. Some of them have only crossed paths with Taylor a handful of times and were reportedly stunned to get the call.
She is not actually sending out save the dates. Instead, guys, she is actually calling people and telling them, hey, keep this date.
The most powerful figure in fashion reportedly offered to help plan the wedding, and Taylor reportedly turned her down to run the day herself. And the dress is reportedly guarded like a state secret. Reports say 6 gowns were commissioned from multiple designers, several of them deliberate decoys, with every designer under a non-disclosure agreement so any leak could be traced. While all of that swirls, the couple still reportedly looks completely, genuinely in love. They were just spotted on a charming Broadway date night, coordinating their outfits in shades of red, laughing through the entire show. Taylor reportedly led a standing ovation at the curtain call before the two slipped out hand in hand. The timing was striking because that very night was the old rumored wedding date, and instead of a secret ceremony, they were out enjoying a play in full public view, which only fueled the debate about what is real and what is misdirection.
Taylor.
And Travis has stayed busy, returning for another football season while balancing the whirlwind, even hosting a live show with his brother during the World Cup excitement. The guest list keeps shifting too, with former best friend Karlie Kloss reportedly back in after the two women reportedly reconciled. The couple is reportedly working through every detail with the same obsessive privacy that started this whole theory in the first place. And here's the irony that makes the secret marriage theory so juicy. While fans hunt for proof of a hidden ceremony, Taylor's public life has been louder than ever. She was reportedly just inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame, with Travis reportedly flying in to support her. The picture of a devoted partner cheering on his future wife.
If I look back at my entire 23-year career in music, the ups and downs, the industry battles, the trials and tribulations, the tears and the cheers and the dogpiling of doubt, the criticisms, both fair and unfair, the complete loss of privacy, the world tours and the ego wars, and the twists of fate, the absolute magical chaos of this path that I chose when I was too young to remember it ever being a choice at all. Songwriting was the easiest thing I ever did.
Her brand new original song, tied to one of the biggest family films of the summer, is reportedly already a monster hit, dominating the charts within days of release. And the pre-wedding celebrations are reportedly enormous. Travis's bachelor party reportedly has a $10 million budget, a relaxed island getaway built around golf with his brother and his quarterback. Meanwhile, Taylor's own plans reportedly involve multiple bachelorette trips. None of that exactly screams a couple hiding a marriage, but to the believers, it is all just the perfect, glamorous cover story for two people who already pulled off the real thing in private. There is even a scheduling clue the theorists love. Travis is reportedly planning to skip his own annual charity event later in June, a move fans read as deliberately clearing the runway for the early July wedding window. Every gap in the calendar, every quiet weekend, every unexplained celebration becomes another piece of the puzzle. That is the strange genius of being this famous and this private at once. The less they say, the more the world reads into everything they do. So here's the bottom line. A wave of fans is convinced Taylor and Travis are already secretly married. They point to fireworks reportedly seen over her Rhode Island estate on June 6th. The numerology of that date landing on her lucky number 13. A podcast moment where Travis reportedly let Taylor be called his wife without correcting it. And subtle changes fans swear they see in how she wears her ring. The counterpoint is that Taylor recently called him her fiancé in public, though believers argue that is exactly what a secretly married couple would do. The real wedding is reportedly still set for July 3rd at Madison Square Garden, a windowless venue reportedly chosen for privacy. It features underground tunnels, ironclad non-disclosure agreements, no mailed invitations, and a guest list reportedly including surprised non-celebrities. The old June Rhode Island date has reportedly fallen apart and may have been a decoy. The couple was just spotted laughing through a Broadway date night on that very date. 18 days until the 3rd of July, maybe. The fireworks were just fireworks. Maybe the uncorrected word was just a slip. Or maybe, just maybe, the most private couple in the world already pulled off the greatest secret of their lives, and they are simply letting the rest of us count down to a wedding that in their hearts already happened. With Taylor Swift, you never really know, and that is exactly the way she likes it. That's all for this video, folks. See you next time.